Oh, okay, yeah, so yeah, I got it. Okay, and the turrets in general. Okay, outside of CP play, what do you do with those?
So, for turrets, I'll usually set them up. I try to watch if they have anyone like a Tracer or Genji who's going to be trying to get into our back line a lot, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll use them defensively in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'll use them really offensively. I'll set them up like I have them here, and I'll put the like if I'm going to use the TP, it'll basically TP me and the turrets in, and then it kind of doubles up the damage. Or I'll just TP bomb them just to have the damage in the back line,
Mm-hmm.
to follow up a dive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, otherwise I just kind of use them as their off cooldown if
Mm-hmm.
we're like in a fight.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it's just something fundamental to look for. Understanding what area you guys are gonna control, obviously with the dive, because it's more volatile. You can change the space you're fighting in pretty quick. You really have to
Hmm.
anticipate what is that areas, and that is something you can apply to just your normal scrims as well. You guys run something like Symmetra, Ryan, obviously maybe something like with Bap or Anna together. Yeah, you're looking for TP play, or if it just something. If it's just normal rush, you're making sure turrets are set up to kind of control angles around this area. So it's either TP bomb or something what helps you to just deny the area on the map, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's similar to the kill zones we talked about before, right?
Yeah, exactly. So see, okay, now this play here, okay, we're looking for TP bomb on the backline. Now what it does, okay, so it's TP backline, bomb on the backline on Anna. Okay, so what do you think? If we're controlling
Mhm.
space, if we're
So
controlling,
this is primarily because Doomfist
right?
is getting ready to dive in.
Uh-huh.
So I want their supports distracted, or I want him to be able to confirm on
Mm-hmm.
them. Now he went for
Mm-hmm.
more of a close ranged encounter here,
Mm-hmm.
so my hope is that um it's gonna distract the supports, or at least make them angle like position an angle they won't really be able to help, and then I will engage. It's this front line basically.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that works too. So you kind of creating distraction there somewhere on the angle. So you get a kill here. Why not? Sure. This works, and I think you do get a kill eventually. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
grind
think this
does.
actually worked out
Yeah,
really well.
yeah, that worked out. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen next. We rush in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now you setting up around the point. Okay. So
Mhm.
what are you looking to do at this point of time? Is that a TP bomb play, or are we setting up turrets around the area?
For
What you should be
here,
doing?
probably smart to set them up around
Mm-hmm.
the point in case they come back in, because they still
Yes.
can come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm a little more used to the aggressive play here, I think, so I didn't really think too much about that,
Mm.
especially with Doom.
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
also didn't have anyone on point. I didn't even realize that. I just
yeah.
kind of.
See, this is exactly what you have to look after. And it doesn't matter what comp you're running. It's just,
Yeah.
are we setting up for quick? If you like doing the TP bomb, sure, that works. It's kind of setting up for a kill. But make sure most of your team controls space with you. If
Hmm.
not, if you guys, especially if you're setting up on the map to kind of control the area, maybe capturing the objective, you defending a lot of times also, you kind of want your turrets initially to set up to protect the space. So set up on angles. Yeah, turrets on angles, protect the space. Okay, here nobody's like about to jump as well. So where do you place your turrets? Well, maybe here, maybe there. In terms of the placement, if you're gonna be more specific about placing the turrets, how you would go about it? Yeah, where you would place the turrets?
Um, so I would place at least one pretty close to like right between that like doorway
Hmm.
and the window, because then it covers kind of both, and
Hmm.
then kind of go around the main doorway from there,
Sure,
the left of
sure.
it.
Yeah, I think so too. You can try to cover this just in case if Genji runs on this angle, maybe
Yeah.
Ash. And I can also put some emphasis on this doorway, and I think even placing turret towards the left is gonna be better because it serves off enemy aim. It does this where they move around the corner, so your positions on the point can actively shoot while somebody's distracted. Okay, so keeping that in mind, yeah, maybe placing it higher up as well works. Just a
Yeah.
little bit higher up and to the right, and
Yeah.
checking this window as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something I keep in mind with placement is always like,
Yeah,
is it going to be easy for them to break them all, or is it going to distract them? Like, do they
yeah.
have to look away from the fight? That sort of thing.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I wouldn't look too active here. See, this is because this is what kills you now. You want to set up to
Yeah.
control the space around the area, or if you guys about to dive, sure, let's do the TP play maybe. But now you're a little bit too rushed, and your turrets are all destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this can work, okay? So this is like same as TP bomb play, but you can TP as well, sure. The specifics
Yeah.
can be you can do this, but now the question is, yeah, is that what do you think? Well, it can
Yeah.
actually.
So yeah, this is
It's
very
alright.
similar. Like you said, I'm basically either confirming a kill or distracting them, and I'm
Yeah,
playing next to the TP so I can get out as soon as I
yeah,
need to.
yeah,
We killed the tank, so I didn't
sure,
see the
yeah,
harm in it.
yeah. I think that's good. You just kept capturing the others, and you can go even further up. I think you don't have to give up the space too quickly. You can just maybe could
Yeah.
get that Laria.
Yeah, we had a really good game. Me and Mocha, the tank, had a really good game with TPing Ryan. We basically chain TP'd every time they backed up and gave space, and we just kept taking space. It was on
Mhm,
Circuit Royale. We ended up getting the first point without them touching at all.
mhm.
Really funny.
So see this here. Okay, where the fight is gonna be at this point.
So kind of like um they're gonna be trying to get to the point. So like exactly like where I'm looking right there, and then there's that high ground area we kind of have to watch both to the
Right.
right of us, like right next to that building, and then that tunnel
Yeah.
upper ground
Yeah.
there that they can
Yeah.
potentially flank.
Yeah. So see how you want your turrets set up on those areas, then
Hmm.
potentially. And this is what you do, kind of. You prevent an enemy angles from attacking you. So this turrets, it's kind of well, it works if you secured the angles before, or like let's say there's no option for you to do that, then maybe if they're gonna
Hmm.
dive you, you kind of have this as a response, but you
Yeah.
ideally want your turret set up so this angles will not even get close to you, like the enemy Genji,
Hmm.
the enemy Kiriko. You just check them so they have to use their
Yeah.
abilities, and now because you have the range factor, they only really good if they close the gap with you, and you guys playing
Yeah.
more longer range oriented composition anyways, so yeah,
Yeah.
place it and check yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
this here, this here, yeah, this is something I think to look for. Just
Yeah, I think the main reason why is because the Alari's not diving much. She's kind of staying on point. I wanted to basically, if Genji swift strikes in on us or dashes in, I wanted those turrets there to just make it kind of impossible for him to fight on the point.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. Okay, you when the Genji does this, yeah, when the Genji is
Yeah.
fighting up close, okay, you as a long range composition want to maintain your win condition. If the enemy closes the gap on you, that's already a mistake. It's not like um.
Okay.
It's not like they can close the gap. Of course they will, but you shouldn't let them do it for free. That's
Oh
why
yeah. Okay.
turrets should be on the angles. That's why we have to check angles first before they attack us. Does it make
Okay.
sense?
I never thought of it that way, I guess. I have always kind of lived under the assumption like if Genji wants to dive you, he will. I never really thought about trying to shut it down before. I know we talked a little bit about that with Ash, but I never really thought about it with like turret placement.
Yeah, yeah. So it's the same idea of why we're controlling the map. Yeah, like why we're doing all this setup around here, around there. So we check the angles, so the angles will not close the gap. Is an example, yeah, because you
Okay.
have the short range a lot of short range characters. So, see, if your turret would be here, the Genji wouldn't even get into this space now. He wouldn't even be able
Hmm.
to freely, at
Yeah.
least freely do that,
Yeah.
obviously.
He'd have to spend time to destroy the turrets, and then we'd know he's there,
Yes.
and then we could
Also,
adjust for
turrets
it.
give you information on the enemies. It's like Sonic Arrow, it's like
Yeah.
Widow's Venomine, which helps you to protect the area around the point. Now, suddenly, you're not looking at 4 different places, but you only have to look in one direction because you know turret is protecting this, and another turret is protecting this here, maybe. Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
to control the area around. You see what is those most dangerous angles where the enemies might come from. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it requires anticipating. And see, like, eventually this guy actually gets you, but your turret's been on
Yeah.
point the entire time. You didn't help him
Yeah.
as much.
I hadn't turned around or anything. I didn't notice he was there.
Yeah, and it's exactly the turret's job. It's gonna
That
check the
that was
the stuff.
embarrassing. Sorry.
That's okay.
I meant to place it closer, but because it was like on the cart, and then when I got it around the cart, it immediately like went all the way out. I was trying to block the Ilarial.
Right. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's
it was just a
fine.
misplace. It was unfortunate.
Okay, so this STP here. Okay. And so
So this
now
time
what,
I'm making sure Genji is not
yeah,
flanking like he did last time.
yeah, so what are we looking for? What are we controlling the space with the turrets? So can we set up a quick dive with the turrets? Yeah, what is that? What is that we're
That's
looking for?
kind of both. So I set them up there, and then I can throw TP and bomb the backline if they're there.
Hmm.
Now I didn't realize they were this pushed up when I did this. I thought they were still further back. But I peeked the corner, kind of get information to see if there's anyone I can maybe aggro or poke, and then I was just
Hmm.
gonna TP back was kind of the
Hmm.
plan.
Do you need that many turrets to prevent this angle? Yeah, if you don't want somebody to flank, like the enemy Genji, do you want
Um,
that many turrets in this place then?
I, I, I mean, I would probably. I guess it wouldn't really make a difference
Yeah,
if I'm not there to confirm the kill. Like if there's
yeah,
one or three there, because they're
exactly.
not gonna kill them by
Exactly.
themselves.
That's why one is usually enough. I think in most cases.
Okay.
In most cases, those turrets, when you are controlling angles, it's not about getting kills for the most part. It's about giving information. Yeah, we can just
Okay.
kind of think about it like there's a scale. Okay, with your place. Okay, where's my epic pen? It's right here. Okay, so on one end of the scale, you get a kill. Okay, on another, you get information. Okay, when you go for the kill, this is mostly your TP bomb. I think something similar to this at least.
Yeah.
Information. This is when you place turrets on angles. Okay, so this is angles here. It's a
Okay.
TP bomb. Okay, you don't want both. You can't do both. You can't get both information and a kill. And here it's kind of what are you trying to do? You're trying to get a kill and information. It's not
Yeah.
what you what are you looking for? Yes, so maybe. What the play then? If you maybe you can do both, but it's just you you're gonna do something with less amount of resources. Yeah. Let's say you
Yeah.
play.
Like
Uh-huh.
I might be stunting myself in other areas. Like if I set up like this, like then they say nothing comes out of it, and I return back, and now I have no turrets to
Right.
set up for other angles.
Right. Yeah, so from here is just kind of what is the main idea of this? Yeah, what was the main idea when you gone
Um.
to this angle? Is that information or getting a kill? Uh,
This was primarily setting up a kill. I was really
setting
trying to
up a
bait
kill.
someone. I was trying to bait someone to come into me,
Exactly.
and maybe if I see a TP bomb, that's kind of what I was going
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
And if I didn't see anyone, or if there wasn't anything to set up, I was just gonna turn around and walk away,
Right.
kind of leave them there if Genji flanks there again. But they were a lot
Right.
more, like I said, they were a lot more pushed
Right.
up than I thought they were.
Right.
I was not
Right.
paying good attention to the where the
So
space I should
as
have
we
been taking
mentioned,
was.
you see why getting a kill with this usually. The setup, it's
Hmm.
like not gonna work as much because it's easy to shut down. You well, obviously, some of the rare
Yeah.
enemies uh, it might catch them, sure, but I
Yeah.
think you don't want to rely on that all the time. Yeah, like that was one time
Yeah.
Marisa destroyed all your turrets. You want to be either leaning towards the TP play or information in the angles and saying, okay, here, there's no TP play I can do, so just getting in the info, or maybe the purpose of those would be in the info in the first place, and then you go for a TP bomb later, something like that, yeah? That,
Yeah. Okay.
mm-hmm. Does it make sense?
Yeah. No, I understand.
Okay. Because now your turrets are stuck. This is exactly, if you're looking for the TP bomb, this is exactly the opportunity. Maybe you have only 2 turrets with you at this point. But
Hmm.
because you place one for information on this angle, sure. But then you also probably gonna get the third soon. And but by the time you're gonna walk here, you probably, let's say you have 2 now, you're probably gonna get the third one pretty soon, and you can do this good TP bomb with full
Yeah.
resources at this point, yeah.
Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I think it's usually you'll see the first getting information. That is usually something you do first anyway, most of the time. But then the second, you can maybe look for the TP bomb. Mm-hmm. No, it's just stuff. Yeah, you.
Yeah. I was just in too deep. It's because I wasn't paying attention to where
Mm.
I should have been holding.
All your tourists are sitting there too. Okay,
Yeah. They haven't done anything.
it's okay. And
Oh,
see how
soldier
they
got
got
it.
destroyed? I just wanted to see, like, see, it's so
Yeah.
easy
He
to
helixed
destroy.
them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like it's just one punch kills all the turrets potentially as well. Well, he kind of
Oh,
just
he didn't.
destroyed
Oh, he
them
didn't
one by
even
one.
helix. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but better player probably would. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's still something to take a look at. Okay, so here is there an opportunity to set up a TP bomb or something?
I'm just kind of looking to see if I can set something up
Right.
here.
Mhm. So this at this point, if you get information, how do you place your turrets? Or mm, yeah, let's think. Let's think. What do you think? Like, what do you do with your turrets at this point? Then, yeah, what is the most effective play?
I could be setting up a turret in this hallway. I could be setting up one over by where like Farah was. Just so that I can
Mm,
see all the angles, basically.
mm. Do you want to check this here potentially? This
Yeah.
hallway and
Probably behind me where the like soldier is going right now, because I didn't even hear him come up behind me.
maybe. So see, this is the time outside of when you're not looking for the TP play, but and this is important. Why you can't, or it's not gonna give you any value if you do TP play at this point of time.
Yeah.
Why TP play is not gonna give you any value? See that?
Well, I'm kind of just like in the middle of the enemy team. My team is not here.
Yeah, this is the most important. Your team is not there. When you do TP play, most of the time you need your team is there to confirm the kill, because even though it's one, I'd say perfect TP bomb, but you 1v5, most likely it's gonna be really tough to get anything done. So you gotta be
Yeah.
careful. You gotta be this is what you gotta watch out for. So at this point, I'm getting information. The first step, let's get in info, check the angles. Okay, maybe place 1, 2 here, and then suddenly it makes it easy for you to fight the soldier. Well, you did place the turret, kind of, yeah, but
That was an
uh, th-
accident, to be
th-
fair.
those 2 turrets, though. Oh yeah, okay, well, but that's funny.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
be honest, that was an accident. That was I was just panicking. I was trying to get
say,
out.
right. Okay.
Yeah, supports kind of carried me through that one.
It's just normal spam. Okay, at this point, you see this time, no TP play incoming. Okay, so what angles you can control? Where can you set up your turrets preventively? Yeah, even one turret. Yeah, still can do
Over
something.
by right, probably health pack on the right side.
Right side.
Because that's
Yeah.
where there's gonna be a lot of traffic that they'll go for.
Sure, I think why not?
Potentially, I could probably set one left side, but I'd see them go there, so I might not necessarily need one there. I don't think because their whole team's
The
here.
one
They can't really
here.
push up. Yeah, they can't really push up though without us seeing that they're going over there. So I
Yeah,
think really just the health pack, just so I know if someone
yeah.
goes over there.
HP pack or angles around the point. HP pack is kind of connected to this area, so maybe it's even better to just this out of the vision slightly. Might be even better to
Yeah.
just do turrets around the point at least. If we're looking to control this
Okay.
area, confirm this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
let's
around the
get the
choke.
information just in case. Yeah, like what's going on there, here, yeah, around the choke. And then it's gonna be much harder for these guys. Still win.
Yeah,
Cool.
they couldn't push us.
This is fine, yeah. And same thing again, yeah, no TP bomb plays, so you can kind of think, what are the angles you're playing around? What is that you can look for? Is the turrets, yeah? What do you think? Where do you place your turrets?
I should probably place them to the right because I think do they still have they don't really have anyone that would go there, never mind. Maybe like Ash. I don't think that's a very
Here,
easy jump for Ash though.
possible, yeah, maybe.
Like I have one up. I do have one up
Kiri.
there actually.
You can try, yeah. This is a
Yeah.
one to deny, maybe. Okay. What is another?
The room underneath me, there's a health pack that's also pretty high traffic area. And then the right straight where we're looking off in the distance, that high ground, like at the far end of
Yeah.
the hallway.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, this space around there.
Yeah, that tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah. Just thinking. Whenever you're controlling the space, remember you get information. It's something to anticipate. Is if your team can get kills there. Yeah, remember the problem behind those areas where you place the turret here or even the turret and HP pack when you're controlling the objective around this space. Nobody can jump and fight. Yeah, if those turrets are
Yeah.
getting destroyed. Same idea about here. If I place the turret inside, who's gonna fight? Yeah. If somebody is gonna do it, yeah, then sure. But it's just your composition. Where your composition gonna fight most likely? For what kind of positions you guys are fighting? And it's easy for you to hold.
Probably considering where like the payload and stuff is, directly to the left of the high ground I'm standing on is
Yeah.
like that area would be pretty easy to fight in.
Yeah.
If we're inside the room below us as well, I think our comp is close range enough to probably take that fight.
You close range, but what do you have as well? Look at the other members like Farah, Doomfist. You see like where the Doomfist is. Yeah, they have some verticality as well.
Yeah.
So that is something you can look for. Just trying to contest those angles where it's easier for those guys to dive anybody. So if you deny here, it's much easier for them to follow up. Most likely they can follow up versus the spaces like inside. If you run brawl, sure, then it would be your spaces you play around because you kind of anticipate, we're probably gonna be fighting in those rooms. Yeah, we're gonna be fighting.
The Orisa is the only thing that would worry me probably in those close range fights if she has like healing at all.
Exactly.
But she can't do anything if we're fighting high ground.
Exactly. You kind of ideally want to avoid fighting the Orisa. I think you just want to get on their backline, try to maybe deny the Anna, Cassidy, Ash, and then go from there. Orisa dies last, basically.
Yeah.
With your composition, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You don't, you ideally shouldn't. So your turrets, those should deny the space. But you see now your two tweets been wasted because it's just like you've been throwing them, I think, at the Ana or something, or let's see.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to contest the
Yeah.
supports in the back
Yeah.
here. Like I'm just spamming the Ana, trying to keep
Mm-hmm.
her attention elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. So it's like didn't went too bad because I just wanted to say they didn't take high ground, but then now they did. But you see, like if
Yeah.
your tweet been there, it's in some control of this position, just in case it's a little bit of a distraction, which buys more time for your divers, and
Yeah.
they can easily punish this here.
Yeah. This is where I'm like set up the TP play, and then I
Yeah,
overshot it, but
this
it
is
got her off
fine.
high ground.
Yeah, this is fine, but first tweets for information. Yeah, just do some homework before. Yeah, you
Mhm.
gotta
Yeah.
set up all this.
Yeah.
all
I
this
I
tweets.
think I think when I played Sim, it's just very much more on that get a kill oriented mindset. Less information. I think that's kind of
Yeah.
the gist of it, really.
We'll see. We'll talk about this a lot, especially in Bro. You guys can be easily surrounded, and you one of the characters who can get the information on the field. That's why it's gonna be quite important how you place your turrets.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk
Okay.
about it a lot. But yeah, we also get some screen footage. We'll see. It's just how you
Yeah,
do that.
and I'm sorry, there really just isn't any good footage. Other than
That's
this.
fine. I think this is good enough. It does the work still.
Yeah.
We going over the general mindset. Okay, so now first instant idea, especially on defense. I'm defending angles here. What angles I can be denying, so you kind of enable your team play, at the same time disable the angles, the most threatening angles. So where do you place your turrets then? How do you place them?
How I should have placed them is
Yeah.
maybe different than what I did do. Probably around the statue. I want to cover both sides, and then maybe one on high ground.
Yeah, I
where
think so
that's,
too.
like where they can get there from behind theater, basically.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a good idea. And all those areas, what's important, those are diveable. So you really denying this here, some of the area around the statue. Areas closer to their spawn, you shouldn't, I think, because you would be way
Yeah.
too far from favorable
Yeah.
positions. So yeah, checking.
I usually anticipate a widow right out their spawn as well.
Sure.
So I try to kind of like think like, oh, if they have a widow, because it's usually cheese, but like a lot of people do it,
Yeah, sure. You can.
and they actually do end up doing it here. Funny enough.
Yeah. Okay. Right. See, this is exactly like all the turrets just set up. Yeah, like all acts in one place. Yeah, all the turrets set up in one space.
I'm banking hard on a Genji walking in that room for a health pack and dying.
There's
before
no
he can touch
Genji
it.
on their team, yeah, right?
No, well, I didn't. Yeah, and I didn't realize that obviously when I put it there. But like that's just like the whole
Yeah,
idea is like, okay, there's
exactly.
gonna be a Genji and it'll be funny.
Yeah, exactly. You see, like,
But it's just a waste.
man. And that what gets this guys more space, yeah, like because there's less destruction, there's less opportunities for your team to do something. Then it's just small things, but all the streets just sitting there, you know. They
aren't doing anything.
Right. No, turrets are so powerful they can block the ultimate even.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I never really thought about turrets as like wastable. I guess like they're very good, but I always think of them as like an augment to my damage more than like information or denying space.
Yeah, sure.
I'd never really thought of it in this way before, so it's
That's
it'll be
good.
a new
That's fine.
perspective.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I think we can kind of summarize at this point. Yeah, we covered
sounds good.
Covered good enough piece of information, at least with matters. So, what are the concepts we got out of today?
So yeah, I mean the biggest one's just turret stuff. I did bad positioning, but I kind of recognize that, and that's better with communication. So the other things. Like considering comps. So like where I'm denying space and stuff. Like I could consider like high ground if they don't have much to fight it, and we're like more diveable, like dive comp like that. And then especially in the brawl comp, the information gathering is going to be super important with turret placement.
So let's put it this kind of general way. You with your turret placement, I'm just gonna call it turret placement for info. Okay, turret placement for info. You gotta check. This is one. Most threatening angles. Okay, threatening angles. Getting information there. Usually you start with getting info. Okay. Usually you start with this step. Okay, this is kind of first step. Most certain angles checked, and then you kind of can go based of that. Now, when you placing your turrets, yeah, also considering where your team is fighting is important. Yeah, keep in mind, kind of just anticipate. Yeah, anticipate.
Yeah.
Mm, where your team is gonna fight as well. Yeah, A and B. Okay. And when you do bomb play, when you go turrets just for bomb play, what is the mindset behind it?
So if we're going for like a TP bomb play, it's to get a kill versus
Mm-hmm.
if there's no TP bomb, then we're setting up for information.
Right. When is the best time for you to do TP bomb?
Oh jeez. I pretty much did we? I don't remember. Did we say anything about
But
that?
what was the problem with, let's say, like, remember you've been
Oh,
here and you
right.
used the
Because
turrets
yeah.
early?
If the team's gonna be there to capitalize on it.
Yeah, exactly. This is the most important factor if you're looking for
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So simple. When most of your team is active, when your case is gonna be if you're gonna play in brawl, your group is active, then you do
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
kind of play. Mm-hmm. Do play. Yeah. So I think it's this. Mm-hmm. Some specifics like it's just mechanical, but keeping in mind this is kind of second step when you're gonna be placing turrets on certain angles. How you moving enemy crosshair away, so you can kind of predict. It's like placing a turret on off angle. Okay.
Yeah.
As I mentioned here, you predict that the enemy's crosshair if you're fighting for this area. If you guys stacked on this, let's call it area A, okay, and the enemy is gonna come from area B, they're gonna look at A, so we make them turn around to look at our turrets.
Yeah.
And those are gonna be placed somewhere, let's call it area D, maybe it's D1, somewhere, yeah, where it's harder. Yeah, if they look around, then they get killed from A. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Basically, yeah, like making the push harder for
Yeah.
them and
Yeah.
more likely to fail.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it place turrets on off angles, throw off enemy attention. Because this is quite important. It might take 1 second, half a second for them to
Yeah.
turn, but then your widow gets a kill, or
Yeah.
maybe
Like-
your other member gets a kill.
Like the first push we did with that TP bomb, it was primarily distraction, and it was only a
that
second
works
that the
too.
supports even looked away.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
similar in concept is what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like they only looked away for a second, and then
Sure.
their tank died.
Yeah, sure. This also works for TP bomb, but if it's collecting information, it also works. It's just more kind of stationary. Yeah, you predict where the fight is gonna be and then place it.
Yeah, less thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's this. It's good enough. Okay. Do you have any questions?
Not no, not about this. I do have one for the scrim on Sunday for that session.
Yeah.
Could you kind of give me a heads up on how does that format usually do? Like, do we play and you kind of coach in our ear, or do you kind of wait till after the game, or how do you usually run that?